good evening. Let's see if we got power here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think so. At 222 Bozo Net, beaming the Bay Area, K6MYC.
WA6AXX, no traffic.
Yeah, good evening, Ed. Good signal. I wasn't sure if I had my level set right here. If I overdrive the transverter, it overdrives the amp and gives me a kick out. I was just checking to make sure. I just did a little running back and forth in the house here. I had sorted through some drawers today, and I had Matt helping me determine what a few of the things were. I found in the drawers I couldn't identify. Anyway, good evening to you. It's pretty much rained all day here. How about you?
Yeah, heavy rain this morning, and then a little bit off and on during the day, some showers.
Okay. Just trying to catch my breath here. I don't know why I'm out of breath. Probably because I just ate. And then I running around hauling stuff back and forth to the garage. Anyway, good evening, and we'll see who else is on here. Haven't heard anybody local yet, but I just really got in the room here. QRZ 222 Bozo Net, K6MYC with WA6AXX and I listening.
Over.
Okay, yeah, get the antenna up on you. It helps a lot. I think that was Fred. Good evening, Fred. I had the antenna actually toward Santa Cruz, thinking that we might have Tom in here. But I didn't realize it was so low that this antenna is awful sharp. I went from 271 to 282, and there you are. Good evening, and hopefully you had a good weekend. And I guess we worked you worked a little bit of contest, huh?
Yeah, good evening, Mike. Yeah, and when you move the antenna, it made a huge difference in signal. That's a really sharp antenna. Signal is way up. You're a good, almost 20 over 9, so excellent conditions there. So, I worked a few contacts this weekend, mostly on 222 and 432 and 1296. Always enjoyed 222, so one of my favorite bands. And that's 432. Anyway, Mike, you sound good tonight. We got a heck of a lot of rain. It rained so hard at 3:30 this morning. It woke me up. I couldn't believe it. I think I got almost 2 inches in an empty bucket outside. I put an empty bucket outside this morning, the day before. It's between 1.5 and 2 inches. It's probably closer to 2 inches of water. It was rained real heavy over here. Not as much as in Santa Cruz Mountains. I think Ben Lome got like 8 inches, which is just amazing. Anyway, Mike, back to you, K86SOK.
Very good, Fred. Well, I don't know how much rain we got. We probably got close to an inch, I think, over the last 24 to 36 hours here. I think I'm over 4 inches now, and we were languishing around the 3-inch mark, so got pretty good rain over the last couple of days here. But it did rain all day, off and on, and every now and then it would rain hard enough that I could hear rain hitting the skylight. I was inside, obviously, most of the day, so every time I hit, I've been fighting leaks in the house. I had a leak in the laundry room. I had a leak in the bathroom, and all that kind of stuff. So I'm used to listening for drips hitting the wood. So every time it would rain outside, I got another leak, and then it turned out to be just the sky leaking. Over.
Okay, well, at least you got an inch of rain. That's pretty good. I think I went off frequency a little bit.
You're a little high, but you're okay. A little tiny bit high, maybe 20, 30 cycles, no sweat. Anyway, yeah, at least we got some rain. That's the first decent, sizable rain of any note consistently over a period of several hours that we've had since May. We just getting dribs and drabs here. It's doing a little better in the hills above 2,500 feet, up 2,000 feet and up. They've been getting a lot more rain. Almost double it at Frank's place here, up in Coarse Gold. Anyway, good to hear you. Let's see who else we have in here this evening, Fred. Ed's on here. I'm sure you're hearing Ed, and I would expect we'll hear keep an ear out for K6 Whiskey India Sugar. Nothing heard so far. I don't think he's worn out from the weekend, but everybody did seem to get on. I worked quite a few people. All things considered, it wasn't a bad contest. I think last year was even worse from a standpoint of making contacts. It helped too. Again, on Saturday night, we had quite a good turnout, except we should change the time for the 1296 get-together. I think I'll do that first next season, next contest. We'll probably do 1296 at 7:30 and then go to 222 and 432. I think we can make that happen. 432 seems to be pretty tolerant. And we had a lot of check-ins last night, so that was good. Let's see who else is in the Bay Area listening here. We are live streaming, of course. We will not be live streaming on 6 meters. That piece of equipment we're waiting for still has not come in from Yaesu. So we'll be live streaming, however, on 222 and 1296 and 2 meters and 432 the rest of the week. And a lot of guys enjoyed the live streaming that we did Saturday night. I don't know. I think you were there, Ed. And a lot of people enjoyed seeing that and being able to keep track of what was going on band-wise and so on. Because a lot of guys don't have all 3 bands, so they could tell when we were jumping from 222 to 432, etc. QRZ, Bozo Net, beaming the Bay Area, but taking any 1 kilowatt 6 Mike Yankee Charlie, over.
W6PQL.
W6PQL, give me a little more chatter, Jim. I'll move the antenna a little bit more. That should be better for you. W6 Papa Queen London, K6 MYC, over.
Well, you were a little bit stronger as you were talking to Fred, and then, you know, either the band changed or maybe you just haven't adjusted your antenna up in this direction yet. But you're weaker now, but Q5. Also, K6WIS is in there as well. You may hear him now. You may have to wait until you're pointed his way. I don't know, but I heard Paul in there. And what I noticed yesterday was that there was nobody on Sunday. There were a couple of very brief conversations, and that was it. I suggested that we try it on 1296 at 10 o'clock in the morning. That typically is a pretty good time for that band, 10 or 11 o'clock in the morning. And I was on, but didn't hear anybody. I did try 6 meters for a little while on sideband there on 125 and 130 and 135. There were quite a few stations on. The band was open, so a lot of contacts could have been made on 6 meters all around the country. K6MYC, W6PQL.
Yeah, yesterday afternoon you're talking about, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I heard about that. I did work Cheyenne, Wyoming this evening, just about 4:30, 4 o'clock, 4:30, something like that. I was walking through the shack here, and all of a sudden I hear this big voice come out of the speaker. I monitor on 125 whenever I've got whenever I'm even close to being in the house. And so it was the only contact I made out of the state other than Nevada for several months, if not years. So it's been pretty dismal here on 6, but I missed the opening yesterday. I'm sorry about the 10 o'clock thing, Jim. What happened here, I had every intention of getting there, but I had asked my daughter-in-law to help me with some papers that I had found in one of the drawers in my bathroom. And I couldn't read the papers, and they looked like they were pretty important. They were at the time, but not anymore. But I didn't know because I couldn't see the dates. Anyway, it took about half hour, 45 minutes, so I didn't get here till about 10:35. And I did call and call, but I got nobody at 10:35. I stayed around for about 10 minutes and then finally gave up. But I think I got on here about the time that you gave up. Over.
here. Let me just check this. Complete fade. Complete fade right now. I don't think I can hear you right now, Mike, direct. I can hear you on live stream, and that's it.
Well, I'll give you more signal. I didn't have the antenna quite up on you. I had stopped at K6, WB6J and N's direction, and you're another 4 or 5 degrees. So there you are. That should be better, right?
Yeah, that's pretty good now. I missed maybe 50% of that transmission. There was a big fade that went on there. But anyway, got the gist of it, Mike. Over.
Yeah, well, what I said was I didn't get on because I had asked my daughter-in-law to help me with some papers, and the only time she had free was right around 10 o'clock. It took us about half an hour to get through the papers. I couldn't read them, and they turned out to be not very important. They were prescriptions and eye measurements and eyeglass prescriptions and all that kind of stuff, and long since out of date, and now with the blindness, anything that I had was useless. So there you are. Anyway, I didn't get done till 10:35. Over.
I understand. Well, it's okay. I didn't think we had any company anyway. Just probably going to be you and me in there, and the Southern California guys. I didn't coordinate with them. I heard K6ZMW on Saturday when you were working them, right after you were working them, and I gave him a call, and he responded, but the frequency was pretty busy, and I don't think we completed. But I was hearing him okay up here, so now that he's got some power, he's doing pretty well up in this area. Well, okay, you've got others waiting, so I'll let you go and do that, and talk to you later. K6MYC W6PQL.
Yeah, I heard you working or trying to work K6ZMW, and we tried to stay off there, but most of the guys were not hearing you on the CW, so they kept going. And I tried to not transmit too much when you were listening for him. I thought sure you had contacted him, so after a few minutes of that, I assumed that you'd made the contact, and I guess we went ahead, but sorry we didn't. We clobbered you there. He called me on the phone and said get on, and I don't know why he wanted to stay on CW. I can get on CW, but I don't even know if my keyer works anymore in the barn. The keyer is old and it needs a battery, and I don't think it's keying correctly. So I didn't even go to CW. I just talked to him on phone, and he responded perfectly, so he must have been hearing me okay, but why he didn't come back on CW or on sideband, I do not know. It might have been just easier for you on sideband. If it had been just a quick peak, you might have caught it and got it done real quickly there. Over.
Yeah, well, we'll do it again sometime. Next one's in June.
Yeah, okay. Well, let's see. You said there's some others waiting. Let's see who the others are. I've written in K6WIS, but I have not heard him. Paul, are you there?
Yes, this is K6WIS here near Placerville. Good evening there, Jim, and good evening, Mike. Jim, you're very strong here, 519, and Mike here 55 to 56, which is normal full bounce pair. So anyway, I'm glad it stopped raining here. It's drying up here now. Back to you, Mike.
Yeah, Roger. Well, we've had rain off and on. It rained off and on all night, and then off and on all day. So you couldn't never go out for sure and not be in the rain. It wasn't very heavy rain, except a few times. Most of the time, it made no sound on the skylights. Every now and then, I'd get some rain sounds, but it was very few and very far between. I probably got about an inch. I'm guessing that I got about an inch of rain through that period. So it was pretty good overall, considering how little we've had up to this point. Anyway, got you checked in, Paul. Thanks very much for being there and your effort in the contest. K6 Whiskey India Sugar, Placerville, Bozo 637, K6MYC.
Yeah, thanks, Mike. K6MYC in the group. This is K6WIS returning and I need to relay a couple of logins from Clear Lake, the usual ones, N1 PPP and KA60SX, which you might be able to contact later in the net there. Over.
Well, I'll give them a try later. So far, I haven't had very good luck with them. Whenever I work them, it's never when I'm pointed at them. They all come in. They come in whenever the band gives it to us, but it's never when I'm pointed at them. But thanks for their check-ins. I got them written down, Paul. Thank you. Let me see if there's anybody else in the Bay Area. We should have WB6JNN and a couple of others. K6MYC Bozo Net, Bay Area, over. I'm not hearing anybody. Ed or Jim, are you hearing anybody?
No, I'm not. I did work KX6E on Sunday morning, Mikey.
KX6E. Where is he on what band?
Yeah, on 1296, Kilo X-Ray 6 Bravo. He's checked into the net before. His name is Dick, and he's in Saratoga. So I scored one on Sunday morning.
Oh, real long haul one, all the way to Saratoga. My God, it's a wonder you made it.
I think the down tilt was like 10 or 12 degrees.
Did you have to go vertical to get him?
No. It was fine. Anyway, yeah, I was around for just a little bit. Then I think I heard you whistle a little bit later Sunday morning, probably like you say around 10:40 or so. Anyway, it worked a lot of folks, so it was more active than usual for me.
Yeah, well, that's good. You've got a good station, and whenever somebody comes on, you reach out pretty well in all directions. So you should get them. I think I worked Tom, and I can't remember now if I worked Tom on 1296 or not. I'm pretty sure I did, but I can't remember. I lose track of what band I worked people on. Anyway, let's see if Jim is in there. WB6JNN. Jim, are you here? K6KLY, are you here, Russ? I guess we're all alone here, very quiet tonight. There's, I don't think, is there a football game, Ed?
No idea. I don't follow football.
Well, I know, but you know, sometimes you know if there's a game on. I can't follow it either because I can't see it anymore. But there was a lot of games over the weekend, but I didn't hear anybody talking about the game, the Monday night game. So I don't know whether they had one or not. Anyway, it didn't seem to be stirring up a lot of people. They're in the playoffs. 49ers beat Green Bay, so they're at least going to the next round of playoffs. I think they're about 2 rounds away from 2 games or 1 game away from getting to play in the Super Bowl, which would be good. I remember many years ago when they got to the Super Bowl the first time, and when Myrna and I went up to San Francisco and celebrated, they had a big parade for them, and everybody bought T-shirts that said "effing 49ers."
Oh, that's not nice.
Well, it was a compliment in those days.
Oh, okay.
No, everybody was happy. FN Niners, that was a compliment. I mean, you're really great.
Gotcha. Well, this is a New Hampshire primary pre-evening.
Well, I know, but we know what's going to happen there. That's a joke. I did listen to all the commentary and all that, but it's over.
Yep, unfortunately, it's over.
Yeah. Well, I was going to ask you, what are you hearing out of Israel? But I don't know. I guess the Navy SEALs, the 2 Navy SEALs that disappeared in that mission have disappeared, and they've written them off as dead now. So they called off the search. That's too bad. But you know what you're getting into when you do that duty. But nobody likes to see them get hurt or lost their lives the way they did there. Anyway, I have a few other little bits and tidbits of news, but I guess that was it. Has anybody seen or heard from Lloyd Austin? There's a mixed bunch of rumors out there. And have you seen any video of him since he disappeared?
No, but he had prostate cancer and some complications from some relatively minor prostate surgery, I guess.
Yeah, well, there's the rumor that he was, unbeknownst to all, he was in Ukraine visiting or meeting with a Ukrainian general. He wasn't meant to be killed, but I heard that he was killed by a Russian rocket that hit and killed the Ukrainian general. But he was not an intended target, from what I understand. So I don't know whether that's real or not, but it's kind of odd that they haven't shown a picture of him. They haven't picked a replacement for him, and they haven't said who's standing in for him in his setting while he's in the hospital there. Anyway, it's just been kind of quiet, and it leaves you to conjecture on the rumors, over.
Oh, we'll find out soon. Well, I hope he gets better, and I believe he was working remotely. Really haven't followed it closely.
Yeah, I haven't either. I've been watching for it, but it hasn't appeared. Nobody's talking about him. It's the old news, I guess. Okay, anybody else in the Bay Area before we move on? Let me see. KW6S, let me bump the antenna down a little bit toward Tom here. KW6S. KW6S, are you there tonight? Have you recovered from the contest? K6MYC.
K6MYC, KW6S. Yeah, I'm more or less recovered. I've got a lot of radio work to do to get going again, but I'm okay on this band.
Okay, good deal. I guess we worked you on most of the bands. I'm not sure now. Were you active on that Saturday night thing? I can't remember, over.
A little bit to start with, and then you moved away, and I couldn't hear you or anybody you were working with.
Well, we went from 222 to 432.
Okay, well, I'd gone to 432 and worked JNN at some point about that time, and yeah, I got kind of dropped out of that, I think.
Well, I was there. I worked about 20 people on 432 through that period, so I don't know how we missed you.
Yeah, I might have gone back to 220 or 6-metered FT8. I'm not sure. I was working a lot of FT8. It was kind of a struggle, but I was working some of that even into the late evening.
Yeah. Yesterday afternoon, it was open to 6. And it was open again this evening about the same time. 4 o'clock, I worked into Cheyenne, Wyoming. Walking through the shack here, and I hear this sideband calling CQ or something, some voice on 125, and lo and behold, he was up in Wyoming, Delta, November 71. We tried it for quite a while. I got Rob on. Rob called me in the meantime. I said, get your antenna up here, and he worked him. So it was a pretty long opening, and I told the guy to make a lot of noise, but he's you know, these guys, CQ, this is, standing by. And that's not a lot of noise.
Yeah, I did manage to, last night before the contest was over, K6DMW and I gave it a try on 1296, and I think we're about 1 dB short of making the shot, and we're going to keep trying it. I've got to make some changes here so I can get on CW, and I think that might be what we need to get to. I was hearing bits and pieces of his CW, but
I'll be darned.
Imagining he was hearing my sideband.
Oh, yeah, I worked him easily. He called me on the phone and said, well, when are you going to turn down this way and work me? And I said, right now. And I did, and he was right there, and we finished. And then he went on and tried to work PQL, but I don't think they made it either. Same thing, a little bit of QRM area and a little bit of poor conditions there at that point in time. But anyway, yeah, he was on and had good signal. You'll make it with him. You have to just do it earlier. I think it's better at 7 to 8 instead of 9 to 10.
We were doing it at about 7 o'clock, and we were coming real close, a lot better than we were last time. So we'll keep trying it here, and looking forward to working. He was my first 1296 contact, probably in about 72 or 73.
I'll be darned. Yeah, outstanding. Well, you'll make it. He's running 600 and you're running 600. It's just a matter of waiting for the band to cooperate.
Yeah, I could even see it going up and down a bit, and then there was a bit of really fast flutter that was keeping me from pulling the CW out, but it's really close.
Yeah, good. Well, that's encouraging anyway. I'm glad to see him very active and pushing people to get on and get active. All right, let me see who else is left here. Let me go back into the Bay Area for one more time. It's a little low activity here this evening. And we are back in the Bay Area. WB6JNN, are you here, Jim? K6MYC. Anybody hearing anybody in the Bay Area? Bozo Net, Bay Area, K6MYC, calling and standing by. Okay, nothing heard. I'm going to go up to Oakley here. Here we are to Oakley. N6RO, N6 Radio Oscar. Hopefully you don't have a Zoom meeting tonight. K6MYC.
K6MYC, N6RO, 835, and 2/3 of an inch of rain, mostly last night. We'll see you on 6 meters. I got to schedule it at 8 o'clock. Bye-bye.
Yeah, we'll see you somewhere around 8:30, 8:45 on. I'm hearing 6 meter activity already. Already people. Whoever that is. On 6 for just a second here. What a disorganized bunch of guys. There were 5 guys talking at once. I asked a question and the guy was talking, and 5 guys come back trying to tell me who he is, and I couldn't get anybody and never did get his call. He's up in Washington. We do have a band opening north-south on 6, guys. I think Ken has already gone there. Okay, N6RO, K6MYC, we've got you checked in, Ken. Let me go on up and see if there's any Clear Lake. I got Clear Lake checked in, but we'll see if we can hear you. Clear Lake, K6MYC, Denmark, Mexico, 07, Bozo Net, over. Okay, nothing heard in Clear Lake. Let me go on up to Sacramento. Let's see, I'm looking for KJ6 Kilo Foxtrot Bravo. KJ6KFB here on 222 with your smashing 5 watts. KJ6KFB, K6MYC. Darren? Yeah, I hear you, Darren. Very, very light tonight. Whether it's the band or maybe it's just the moment here, but we got you checked in. Let me see if I can get Bill in here and see what the conditions are like with Bill. Please just stand by, Darren. Don't go away, and we'll confirm the conditions, good, bad, or otherwise. KJ6KFB 756, K6MYC. Now looking for KO6KD. Kilo Oscar 6 Kilo Delta, K6MYC, calling and listening.
Yeah, there you are, Mike. Nice signal. I'm hearing you really good tonight. Yeah, you're probably, I'd say close to a 10 over right now. And how do you copy me? KO6KD number 776.
Yeah, rock solid. I don't know where Darren is so weak. He was much closer to you, as you know, earlier on previous nights. The last 2 nights I've heard Darren, he's been way down, so I don't know whether something happened to the antenna. Maybe he got water in the feed line or something. Darren, try it again now. Bill is blowing me out of the water here, so there's got to be propagation. KJ6KFB, K6MYC, and I'll swing back down your way. Go ahead. KJ6KFB, go ahead, K6MYC. You come back, Darren, but you can't just give one call. You got to give me time to tune and see if I can find the peak on you there. You're very, very weak. Readability 3 and signal strength nothing. Readability 3 and signal strength nothing. So give me a longer call, 15 or 20 seconds, Darren. KJ6KFB, K6MYC, standing by. I copied your call sign that time a couple of times. It's a little better here, but very weak, just extremely weak. So I don't know what's going on there, but it isn't the way it was when you first put the antenna up there. Something has gone wrong with the antenna there, and it's way down from where it should be, way down from where it should be. And Bill is roaring in here. I was waiting for an outfade from you, but it doesn't seem to be a fade-related problem. Otherwise, you would have come up there. Let me go back to Bill. And Bill, good working you this morning. Sorry I had to run away there. Let's see. That should be a little closer to you. KO6KD, K6MYC.
Yeah, KO6KD returning. Well, gosh, I don't know why you're having such a hard time hearing him tonight. I wonder if by chance the wind that we had up here over the last few days. I wonder if maybe if it moved to the antenna up there and he's unaware of it.
Well, I don't know. I can't see it from here, Bill.
Really? Well, you can see the effects of it, though, so I'm going to ask him to go out tomorrow and take a look at it and make sure that that it's pointed the right way.
Yeah, Roger. Maybe he can go out there even now. Is it raining where you are?
Say that again?
Is it raining where you are now? Over?
No, it's not. It's been off and on, but
it may be just conditions. You're way down at the moment, but we're copying you, but it's way down. So massive QSB tonight, Bill. K06KD with KJ6KFB, K6MYC. Go ahead, Bill.
Yeah, okay, well, yeah, I just checked again, and we got a lot of fog, but we do not have any rain, so it's a very heavy fog, but I don't have it here, but Darren may have it where he's at, so I don't know, maybe that's having an effect on things. What am I to know?
Well, they're still back up again. Now you're back up to roaring loud, so there was a deep fade, but see, he didn't go through any of that. He was just weak and weaker. And didn't have much change in his signal. He was just all the time, every time I heard him was the same signal strength, just barely audible to barely readable. Maybe a 5 dB swing in signal strength, and you went up and down 20. So I'm not seeing the same fading on him as I'm seeing on you, which maybe indicates he's just not working right. Anyway, I'm sure he'll sort it out there. Sorry we're not doing better with him, but we did get him in the contest, and we are hearing him tonight. Darren, you are checked in, so I don't know what else to do other than maybe go out with a flashlight and see if you're pointed right. Anyway, I'm going to head out, and we'll go on up to the boys in Nevada and see if we can't get them. We're just about the right time to be to Nevada. I don't think there's anybody else up this way on 222. Anybody else in the Sacramento area, 222, K6MYC Bozo Net.
Have you heard from Paul WIS? I haven't heard tonight.
Yeah, we worked Paul on the backscatter path. We worked Paul already. Yes.
Okay, Roger. And should we go look for you on 6 meters in the next few minutes, or shall we wait until closer to 9 o'clock?
Well, I'll try to pick you up. I'm going to start in Nevada and come south, so I should be there pretty quickly, around 8:30 or so.
Okay, I'll tell the guys, and we'll keep an ear out for you. If we don't catch you the first time, we'll catch you the second time. Okay, see you later. We'll catch you in a little bit. K6MYC from K06KD.
Okay, and you can always watch the live streaming. I'm telling you where I'm at continually there. I watch the live streaming. That's what it's for. K06KD, K6MYC. See you in a bit.
I didn't think you were doing the 6 meter side. The last couple of times I tried hearing you on 6, the stream went dark. So, okay, I'll try it again tonight. All right, very good. 7th or 8th?
Oh, I'm doing it here, but I'll be here until I go to 6, so then you know I'm on 6. Over.
Oh, I got it. Okay, copied.
We haven't got that piece of equipment yet, but we're live streaming here.
Roger. All right, very good. Okay, see you in a bit, K06KD.
Roger. K6MYC, QRZ 220. Anybody else? Okay, N7 Whiskey Tango. N7 Whiskey Tango, N7WT, K6MYC.
K6MYC, this is N7WT, number 657, over.
Yeah, good copy, and I hear you got FT8 going in the background. The band's open to the north, isn't it?
Now the 6 meters is, FT8 is going strong right now. In fact, yesterday we had 2.5 hours of New Zealand ZLs in from about 20 2300 to 20 or to 0130. A lot of ZL VKs and stuff were in yesterday, and I actually filled my log pages, 2-3 pages with grid squares on the FT8 Sunday afternoon. Over.
I wouldn't doubt it. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. I can see big, huge carrier on this FT8 frequency here. I can see it right up against the peak of the spectrum here. I can hear chatter on 140 also. We did work some. There's a net on. They have a net in Washington State somewhere up there that they also do their net on 140, which is good. But tonight I tried to get them to give me a call sign. The guy said, "I'm standing by for check-ins," and he never gives us call sign. What an idiot!
There was only a couple of guys on sideband, and they were very, very weak. Didn't work at all. Not much sideband activity. And Mike, just for your information, hopefully I'm not doubling with you. On the Saturday night deal, I had so much interference from my TV into the 220, I just shut everything down and left. Over.
On what band did you have interference?
Oh, we lost you on 220. Band is QSB out of nowhere. Over.
What band did you have trouble with on the weekend? What band did you have trouble with on the weekend? Over.
272.
272. I got you, Daniel. For Larry, you're going to have to help Larry. Larry's got no ears. Over. Out to about Q3, Daniel, but I've got both you and Larry are checked in here. And we will leave the antenna, the 6-meter antenna, we'll leave it right toward you. We're pointed up your way now. We'll start on 6 meters in about 3 minutes. We'll start on 6 meters in about 3 minutes, pointed right at you guys. KE7UQL for Rogers with N7WT, K6MYC.
Okay, Larry, did you get that? He's got 6 meters pointed at us. We'll start up here with that. Okay, Mike, I don't have 6 meters, so I'm going to have to say I'll try you tomorrow night on 1296. KE7UQL 73.
Roger 73. We'll look for you tomorrow on 1296, Daniel. Thank you.
Hey, Mike, you're back up now. Be advised that KJ6IX number 1112 is on tonight, so listen for him over on 6 meters. I didn't catch when you were coming to 6 meters, and I'm sorry for the foul-up on Saturday night, but I just had radio troubles, got mad, shut down, and went and watched the movie. Over.
What band did you not get on 6? It was, on Saturday night, what bands were you? We did not hear you on 1296, but we didn't hear anybody there. Got very late, and we assumed we lost conditions. But what band did you not get on at all? Over?
Well, the first one, on 220, I got there, and it turned out I got there at 7:30, and I replayed the 220 and saw that you had called me. I got there about 3 or 4 minutes after you called, and I kept sending you CW in the blind because I couldn't, my interference from my, my TV set with that, what do you call it, your radio station on it, it would interfere with the 220 radio so much I couldn't hear. I finally just gave up and went away. I told Daniel if he get a hold of you, he'd tell you, and I just couldn't hear nothing, and I couldn't, and I was just in the blind, so I didn't know where you were pointed. Over.
Well, you were watching live stream. You would have watched it go to 432, didn't you?
Yeah, I left before then. I spent probably 15, 20 minutes sending you CW, and I just gave up and left and went and watched the movie with my wife.
Okay. Well, you made some use of it anyway. Okay, Larry, don't sweat. We're sorry we missed you on 222 there. Anyway, we'll see you on 6 in just about 2 minutes. I'm going to go over there right now. I think we're done here on 222. So I'm pointed right at you right now. We'll see you on 6 in just a minute. N7WT with KE7UQL signing, and we'll see Daniel tomorrow on 1296, and hopefully yourself as well. K6MYC.
Okay, yeah, 7-3. Yeah, there was that the TV with that with the server or whatever the heck it is. It was interfering really bad with my 220 radio, so I had to just give it up. Anyway, I'll see you on 6 meters here in a couple of minutes. N7WT 7-3.
Yeah, how come you don't have that 220 problem every Monday night?
Well, I don't turn it on. A lot of times I don't turn it on. I just play it later.
Oh, the TV?
Yeah, it just interferes too much.
I see. Well, why with the TV? What's the TV putting out on 220? That shouldn't be right.
I don't know. Somebody said channel 13 is a problem, but I don't know. That TV gets stuff over the air live, and I guess it's in the TV or whatever. I don't know what it is, but it was just I had my S5, S6 noise level that just it just buried all the signals over.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. Alrighty. I hear them chatting away on 6, so maybe have trouble getting through the QRM, but listen for us there. I'm pointed right at you on 6. Here we go. We'll see you in 30 seconds. N7WT, K6MYC. Good evening to you and Daniel.
All right, I'll be there in just a few seconds here. N7WT.
Bye-bye.